In this video I built a snow shaver to complement my groomer, and it all goes well until I get carried away and then things get really interesting. Living off-grid in the Canadian North means 6 months of harsh winter, and only affords you the luxuries you work for. One of those luxuries is grooming the trails that you travel on to gather wood, cut saw logs, and connect to other people in their cabins. Last year I built my own groomer, and although it works incredibly well, I've noticed an area of improvement I can work on.
Now this snow groomer I made up works amazing. It smooths the trail out unlike anything I've ever seen. And it just made it a scrap material somebody gave me. However, this groomer is only 6 feet long. So what's happening is that if my trail is like this, and those bumps are close together within 6 feet, we'll say, she just grinds off the tops of those bumps and makes my trail completely smooth. However, what I find is happening now is that we got a bump here and another bump that's like 8 feet away. This thing goes over the first one and kind of just rides down the valley and goes up over the next one because it's short enough to fit down in the new groove, we'll say. So I don't want to replace this groomer. It's doing a fantastic job. I just want to build a snow scraper or snow shaver now that's long. It's going to be about 10 feet long, almost double this one really. And it's going to be too long to fit down in those grooves. It's simply going to go over this one and grind that one off. And it's going to be too long to fit down in the hole, so it's going to go directly to the next bump and it's going to grind that bump off. And it's just going to kind of shuffle the snow down in those valleys. Then I can go back with this one here and smooth it all off, smooth as silk again. That's the plan. See if we can get it to work.
This thing is going to be built with just a few materials. I'd normally cut my own boards, but we've had a ton of snow and my logs are completely buried. What I'll use for the shaver today are just 3 pieces of 2x6x10, 1 piece of 2x6x8, a scrap piece of 2x4, and a rusty old bed frame for the cutters. Just a simple frame, and now I'll flip it over and screw on some bed frame after I cut it up with my angle grinder. I didn't really give this project much thought, just kind of went with the flow, and these bed frames ended up giving me 8 usable pieces that I can screw right on the frame, and these will serve as shavers for those high snow mounds. I just eyeballed the bed frame angles to what looked right, and then I figured I'd give the first 2 shavers some teeth to really grind up the snow right off the get-go. The entire build took me about an hour or so, and now it's time to give it a whirl. I really have no idea if this will work at all, so I'm just going to haul it along with a piece of rope for now, instead of installing a proper metal hitch to it right away. The great thing about nylon rope is you can open the strands and feed the tail in through a few places, and it's probably just as strong as tying it, and it looks a little neater than big messy knots. I'll be hauling the shaver with my Scandic super wide track skidoo, which is about the best you can get for heavy load hauling. There's something incredibly satisfying with a nice snowmobile ride, but when you pair that with grooming a trail that you use daily, It just makes it even better. It's hard to explain, but it's like plowing snow with a truck or blowing it with my tractor. I love it. If you know, you know.
Okay, so it is really cutting up the snow. I'm surprised actually how well it is. In fact, it's pretty much leaving the trail groomed. It might be doing 2 in 1. But again, I'm not interested in another groomer. I'm looking at one that's going to scrape the tops off of those knobs. There's one of those knobs just up ahead here. I'm going to show you guys where that knob is. I'm going to set up the camera on the side and see just how much it smooths it out. I hope you guys can see that. This is actually a knob right here. And it's quite a big one. And that's what I'm hoping now is just going to ride on top of that and just shear it right down and bring the excess snow it takes off of there over in the front of it and level it right out. I'm going to set up the camera right on the side here. Now the skidoo is there. With any luck, it'll shave it off and kind of drop it right here. I hope that came out on camera like it actually is. This is almost completely smooth here now. From the side angle, there's a slight bump there, but I'd say by the time I go up to my trail, turn around and come back and go over that again, it will be completely gone. So that's pretty amazing. I noticed the front is up a bit, but I know if I put a longer rope on there, the front won't be elevated as much. Right now it's a bit of a short rope, and when I'm pulling it, it's kind of pulling up on the front a little bit. But if I take my time, it kind of settles back down again. Either that or I could put some weight there. But that is working extremely well so far. I mean, that thing is long. That's 10 feet long, right? The skidoo is pulling it no problem. So I'm going to continue on up the trail now, and I'll be running over bumps the whole way like that. I can see 2 or 3 here. And I should point out that although they don't seem like a lot, if you're driving 30 or 40 kilometers an hour, all of a sudden what seems to be minor becomes more like that. Another big bump right here. Oh, just look at that. It took the top off there, rested the snow down there. Man, it's like a highway. And there doesn't seem to be an excess of snow building up on it either, which is good because I don't want it to get my skidoo stuck or get too heavy. So it seems like it's just kind of working pretty good for something so cheap and simple. Now, this is a big turn right here I got to make now, and I must say it's that's kind of worrisome. I'm not quite sure if she'll do it or not, but we're going to give it a whirl. Yeah, that was a bit much. So she went over into the fresh snow here, and now I'm on an angle. So I got to get back down off of that. Getting too cocky here. I'm just going to undo it, get my snowmobile out, make a nice little path, come back, pick it up, and then carry on. I should try and lift it to see if I can clear some snow off it first. Definitely a benefit to making it light. All right, take 2. I don't want to take 3. On the road again. Or should I say on the snowed again? Dead joke. Up ahead in this trail, I can see 5 or 6 bumps like that. We're just gonna cruise right over them now. Much better. I'm thinking 60 to 70% smoother. Again, a couple more trips over that, should be close to 100. Okay, I just came up with the most insane idea. I don't think it's going to work, but I got to try it to see if it will. As I suspected, it didn't work. The weight is just too heavy. I guess it's like hundreds of pounds pulling back there. So I'll stick to just having that one and using my groomer afterwards. That was the original plan anyway. I wouldn't want to be stuck all the time with two of them. Okay, I got the other one brought back. Here's my groomer. I'll just give you a little taste of how good this one works. Well guys, I'm really excited about that new snow shaver. It's going to work out perfectly, I can tell just by using it that short period there. With any luck, we'll keep those trails nice and smooth so we can haul all of our wood and just enjoy riding on them. Keep watching those videos. I'll be using this snow shaver and the snow groomer in combo. And until those videos, take care of each other, get outside and enjoy everything outdoors. And we'll see you next time. Guaranteed.
We'll see you next time. Guaranteed.
Get outside.